Well, I guess there were a couple position battles, I guess, going on left field, third base, and things. You kind of settled on somebody going into opening day?
Not really. I mean, I think in both those spots we had some kids play really well, multiple kids. So you'll see some rotation out of us. Left field, Brandon Pimentel will play a good bit. He's played a lot of first, but also some of our other guys will get out there. Brad Cumbus, Bryce Brock, Drew McGowan have a shot to get out there and play a little bit. And then third base is, well, I could flip a coin right now. Probably trying to play matchup as much as we can with Cameron James, Tanner Leggett, Landon Jordan. And you can see some of those guys rotate into the DH role too.
You settled on anybody for opening day, or are you still kind of kicking some of that around for the next one?
I'm still kicking it around, to be honest with you. I'll know about 12:30 tomorrow. So.
You said that rotation. How good do you feel about those guys going into opening weekend?
I feel really good. I mean, we know they're talented, and JT's done it before, but there's also that when you play here, man, coming out here, playing in front of the crowd, handling the atmosphere will be a lot for these other two guys because they haven't done it before. But it's a lot for our opponents, and it was a lot for JT last year when he ran out there opening, for his first start. So getting past that, I feel really good about him.
What's the difference in emotion for you year 2 opening day versus year 1?
Well, a little more comfort. I mean, I would say there's a little more comfort just knowing what to expect. This time last year, people were still putting in chairs and fixing stuff inside. We kind of know our routine now, and just a little bit more comfortable.
Obviously, 3 wins is what you want out of opening weekend, but from a big picture perspective, what do you want to get out of this weekend?
Man, I want to see good starts by our pitchers. I'd like to see our pitchers work into the game a little bit, give us good starts, see our offense do what they've been doing all year. I feel really good about our offense, but they got to do it in between the lines. And 3 wins, but just playing good baseball. And Wright State's a really good team, so you're gonna have to really compete and play each pitch.
I'm assuming that Rowdy's going to take over that leadoff spot. How do you feel about him in that role?
I tell everybody who asks, he thinks he's Jake Mangum, which is a good thing, but he likes to swing too. So Jake was a very aggressive leadoff, one of the few I've ever coached like that. Rowdy's the same type of guy. I just told Rowdy if you lead the league in hits like Jake did, then you can do that. But we like him. He runs, he moves. He's played a really good center field for us, and he's a veteran guy. This will be his 3rd year doing it, so it'll be fun to watch.
Catcher, do you pretty much anticipate it being Luke the go-to guy for most of the year? Or is that at least off the bat?
We're really going to rotate Luke and Logan a lot. So I'm hoping I can use them both about the same. Depending on matchups, depending on who's pitching, getting both those guys out there. Luke's a veteran guy, but I feel like Logan's one of the better freshmen in the country. So not to put too much hype on him, but he's done it every day in our practice.
You kind of have an idea, bullpen-wise, as far as roles, as far as mid-relief, as far as who you'd like to see out there in the 9th inning if it gets there? Or is it just going to be play it by ear right now?
Man, there's just so much unknown there. That's a piece that we got to figure out what's happening in the game. We got a couple guys there at the end, Landon Sims, Will Bednar, Chase Patrick, some of those guys that could finish for us late. But we have so many different ways the game could go, from lefts and rights to 3-run lead to 3 runs behind. It's going to take a little while for us to figure that out.
I know it's difficult to get a scouting report for your opponent for the opening weekend, but what are you expecting to see out of Wright State?
Wright State, when I came down here, the coach from Wright State took my job at Indiana, and he's done a phenomenal job. So Wright State's had great coaches. They play the game hard. They're usually very aggressive. They're one of their top stolen base teams in the country. Play very hard day in and day out. We'll see some older pitchers. I think the lineup's kind of turned over. They got a couple really special hitters in there, but they lost a good many hitters from last year. So we're still trying to figure them out a little bit.
As a coach, what's that moment like for you where you say, okay, I've done all I can, and it's on you guys now?
We're about at that point, and we still work week to week, but getting them out there, and we told them, I guess it was 2 days ago, I said the hay's in the barn, and they know it's their time, and we, our biggest goal as coaches now is to prepare them, but also we want them to have the opportunity to play free. We talk about that a good bit, about them being able to play and relax and just enjoy playing the game.
David and Carlisle are guys that you mentioned. Could see them in midweek, could see them out of the bullpen. Where do you kind of see them right now?
Who are the two?
David Dunleavy and Carlisle.
Yeah, they're both in the mix. I mean, Carlisle's probably a swing guy for us. I mean, he could start. He could come in long relief. He could finish late. We kind of have him doing a lot of different things. And David's had a good spring training, so we're looking forward to seeing him.
You've talked a lot about the top half of the order and how comfortable you are with those guys, but how do you feel about that back half going into the opening weekend?
I feel good. I mean, some of those guys at that back end could be Luke Hancock, could be Landon Jordan, some guys who played in some big moments already. We feel like, we have some strength in those All-American, preseason All-Americans, but we also have some depth, and we can do some different things in that lineup, from being athletic to being selective guys and just having some guys who can move down there.
Your rotation, you may do this throughout the year, whatever, but they don't be on any kind of a pitch count or anything this weekend, or is it just play it by ear, see how they're going?
They'll definitely be on pitch counts. In our first couple weeks, and we really don't usually go past 90 to 100, but we're pretty cautious here early in the season, especially, with the weather that we're having. We'll make sure we do what's right for our guys, and the key is in the long run, so just build them up the right way.
You mentioned Luke and Landon, and I guess Josh kind of falls in that category too, but guys that played some action last year and stepping into bigger roles this year, how have you seen them kind of at least adjust to that and sort of take that in stride?
They've all been pretty good. I mean, Josh has had a really good year. We're expecting big things out of him. He plays a great first base, so I feel like we're going to get, make some plays there in that 4-hole and scoop some balls. And then, all the other guys, it's just one, usually that next year after you've played is a big jump for you. You saw it in the group that we had last year. So we're excited about those guys.